Hello everybody, today we're going to be changing the oil in my 2005 Toyota Tundra. Got a 4.7 liter V8 engine. We did a video before, but some people were asking about removing the skid plate, so we'll go over that today. I also have a brush guard on here that we need to take off before we take off the skid plate, so it's a little bit more involved today, this video. So we'll start off by taking off the brush guard, and that's going to take a 14 millimeter socket. I'm going to go remove the brush guard. There are 4 bolts, 14 millimeter heads. Just take those off. And just going to drop down. Next thing we need to do is take off the skid plate, and this is where we had people asking questions about how to get the skid plate off. It's supposed to have 5 bolts. This one only has 3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all 12 millimeter. We're going to have to take the skid plate off to access the oil filter and get it to drop down. It's 1, 2. Okay, it's just going to hang on these hooks. Should just hang on the hook. And there would be one more in the center. Just gonna wiggle a little bit. It's gonna drop down. Right there's the oil filter. Okay, I purchased the Valvomax quick change oil system, where it has a fitting connected, a quick change fitting connected to an oil pan, and I connect this to that fitting, and it's going to release the oil. And it's going to put it right into this jug, also from Valvomax, but I can use any jug. We'll loosen the oil cap. And we'll go underneath and we'll see how easy it is. Alright, we'll crawl underneath, get our jug ready, get our tube, put it on the edge of the jug. We've got to release the cap to the quick change fitting. Once I connect this, oil is going to start flowing down through there. It makes oil changing a pretty simple process. And you see the oil coming down right now. And avoids a big mess. So we're just going to let that drain. Now that we got the skid plate off, people might wonder if the skid plate's going to fall on their head while they're working underneath it, trying to take it off. And there's these 2 hooks, 1, 2, and a hook to a frame, and these 3 holes where the bolts go in for the front, and there's 2 for the back. So when you take the screws out, it remains hooked to the frame, so it's not going to fall on your head. Okay, now we're going to take off the oil filter now. You want to make sure your oil pan is underneath to catch the oil. It's going to be coming out of here. Just like that. We'll just let that drain for a minute or so. We're going to take this to the auto parts store and they can recycle it. This is a full synthetic oil change, and we've got an ultra synthetic oil filter. It says it's good for 20,000 miles, but I swap it out every 10,000 miles. Here's the part number, XG3614. I like to use these Pigmax, P-I-G, get them at the auto parts store or big box store. They're great for soaking up oil. A lot better than paper towels. I'm going to maybe attempt to pre-fill this filter a little bit this time. I usually don't do this, but I'll try it this time. And I'm going to put a little oil around the ring. Don't really want to put this on too tight. That might be tight enough. I'm gonna give it just a quick tighten. That's good enough. Got the oil filter changed. Just gonna wipe off some oil down here. This is a 2005, so it's 17 years old. It's got small oil seepage around the valve covers. So go ahead and move the pan out of the way. You'll see how great the quick change release, the quick release valve for the quick drain by Valvomax really does a great job. And it's going to seal once you take this tube off immediately, so there's no dripping there. Just going to put the cover back on. Pulling the jug out. I'll just set this to the side. We'll take the oil to the auto parts store and we'll take it and exchange. All right, now we just need to fill it up. It usually takes 6.5 to 7 quarts. And we're going to use full synthetic today. Today it's 5W30 full synthetic. Amazon Basics had the best price, so that's what I went with. And plus you can buy it in 6-quart boxes. That's one. Number two. Here's the way it arrives from Amazon in a box of 6. Four. Five. I know from experience it takes 6.5 to 7, so this will be half, or just a shade under a half, and then I'm going to top it off after I stir it up and check the oil. Before we start it back up, I'm going to put the skid plate and the brake guard back on. Remember those hooks. Can you push that side in?
This one?
Push it. There we go.
Yeah, I can see my feet.
All right. Now we'll just put the brush guard back on. Okay, we put 6.5 quarts in. Now we're going to see what level we're at. Gotta let the engine oil get all the way through the engine. All right, we're just going to check it real quick. Seems to be on the bottom dot. Yeah. So it's about a half quart low. So usually when I change the filter, it's going to take a full 7. So I'll put another half quart in. So I'm going to add another half quart. Okay, that brings us to a full 7, and that's what it usually is. All right, one last check. Right below the top dot, so we're good to go, and that'll do it. Okay, so that's how to change the oil for a 2005 Tundra. Like I said, we've already made one video about it, but this one we included detailed instruction about the brush guard and the skid plate underneath. Talked about the Valvomax quick oil change valve as well. Really makes oil changing quick, easy proposition without a mess at all. So we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.